What is up, you guys? It's RJ, future RJ actually. Before you get into this video, I do just want to say real quick, this is my own personal list, my own personal taste, you guys. If you do not see a song from an artist that you enjoy on this list, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean I dislike the group, doesn't mean I dislike the song, regardless of what my reaction may have looked like initially. This is only 22 songs out of a plethora of songs that I've heard this entire, last year. I almost said 2023. I only say this mainly because there are some people that do hold a lot of these groups very close to their heart and may possibly be offended if they don't see their favorite song from their favorite group on a list like this. So I just want to be clear, it doesn't mean that I dislike the song or the artist or anything like that. These are simply my tastes, what I liked last year in 22 songs. There's no way I can fit everyone in there. I'm not here to please anyone specifically. This is just what I enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy this video as well. What is up, you guys? It's RJ. We are here with, I guess you can call this an annual video. I really enjoyed doing this type of video last year with my top 10 of 2021. It's funny though, because that was the year that I started this channel, so I didn't really have like a ton of music under my belt when it comes to K-pop that I had heard that came out that year. So this year's a little different because I've reacted to a ton of stuff this year, heard a lot of music. So this year, instead of 10, I'll be doing 22 for 2022. This will be title tracks, or if the song had a music video to accompany it. So that's what also counts. The song also had to have come out in 2022. I gotta preface that as well, because last time people expected to see a lot of things that I had checked out that came out years prior on that list, and that was not the case. Additionally, I'll be adding my top 12 B-sides that I've heard this year as 2022 as well. Why 12? I just cut it in half from 22 because I didn't want to do a whole nother 22 songs. So we'll just be doing 22 of title tracks / if it had a music video, it counts, B-side, and top 12 B-sides. Before this list continues, I just want to say I'm not saying that any of these songs that I have on my list are better than the ones that come after it or anything like that. This is just my personal taste, my personal opinion. I'm sure everyone is going to have their own list, their own top 10, top 22, top whatever, and it's all okay. We're all here just to enjoy music. That's the whole point of this. So if you don't see a song that you thought would be on this list or a song that you love on this list, it's totally fine. This is only 22 songs out of how many that I've heard, so it's fine. Honestly, I had a really tough time trying to make this list because there's so many things that I've heard, and I had to really be honest with myself about what I liked and what I wanted to like, what I played all the time. So up until like 10 minutes ago, I was still kind of adjusting this list. So I'm excited to list these and go through them. And honestly, maybe you end up finding a song that you've never heard before and now you like it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before we get into the 22 songs, there are some honorable mentions that unfortunately did not make the top 22 list. So these are 5 songs that unfortunately missed the top 22 mark.
I got no time to lose. 내 길었던 하루. 난 보고 싶어. 따따따따 울린 심장. 나를 맞춰준 주위로. 저기 가득한 길 위로. 우리 모두 제게 살아. 2, 1, go. Poppy, 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 love, love. Poppy, 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 love, love.
So let's go ahead and get into number 22. Also, I'm going to keep my commentary in between each song pretty short. I don't want to make this video like an hour long or anything like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into number 22.
Sometimes 알아버려 나의 너를 보면 잊어버려 I feel like coming baby 이기적이야 너왜 매일 날 시험해 Please take me somewhere yeah. Somebody 지금 느낌
So this song I actually heard very recently, and surprisingly it made enough of an impact on me to be one of my songs that I liked so much this year. And I think it has a lot to do with Hwasa's voice. I don't know much about Loco. I don't think I've really gotten into him very much at all. If any, I think this might be the first song I've heard from him, really. But what really made this song for me was Hwasa's voice. Her voice, and if you've seen my Mamamoo reactions, you know how I feel about her voice. It's just so angelic to me. The way she sings on this track is just so like relaxing. That's the only way I can put it. But this song did enough for me to definitely land as one of my favorite songs of the year. Moving right along onto number 21. This song actually surprised me because this song grew on me more and more that I listened to it. I think I enjoyed the song on the first listen, and I didn't know what to think of it after that. I was kind of like, okay, well this was good. I really liked this, but that was pretty much the end of it. But I kept wanting to go back to it and listen to it, and then before I knew it, I kept like replaying it, and I just found the chorus to be very, very good. This group kind of intrigues me a lot, mainly from a dance perspective as well. I wasn't a huge fan of the actual comeback. I think it was called like Scent of You. I'm not totally sure, but this song really got me. And I think that these guys have a lot of potential, and I'm really curious to see what ends up happening with them. So yeah, they did a great job. Up next, we have song number 20.
Why do I keep getting attracted? 자석같이 끌려가. I cannot explain this reaction. 이거밖에 1, 4, 3. Why do I keep getting attracted? 네 모습만 떠올라. I cannot explain this emotion.
Stray Kids being on this list is no shock to me. I knew they would be on this list because they are in my top 5 groups of K-pop, period. So I knew I was going to like something that they put out, and Case 143 happened to be it. This song is just definitely more my style. I would say a little bit more than Maniac, at least this year. And I think that this was just so playful. I had a lot of fun with it. Felix's voice is always the standout during their choruses. And I mean, they delivered. They always deliver. But I mean, this song was just a lot of fun. All right, you guys, we're on to song number 19. Totally dug this track. I mean, honestly, like I knew from the like the first time I watched this music video that I was in love with this song. The dancing, it's lay. And I feel like anytime I'm watching him dance, I'm always blown away. And then the song, just that ooh 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 part, and him like, you know, that part was just so infectious to me, and it makes you want to just sing along and do that dance every time you hear it. And honestly, like every single time I played it, it was no different. I always caught myself doing that. Always caught myself singing along to it, even though I don't know all the words, obviously. But it's just such a good song. He is another person that I feel like does not disappoint whenever he comes out with something. It's always just so inventive. And this was definitely a really fun song that he recently dropped as well. We are moving right along into spot number 18.
Too bad it's too bad it's one Porsche. Too bad it's too bad it's one Porsche. 몰라 난 너가 뭘 아는지 있는 그대로의 모습을 봐 doesn't matter. One of a kind 파급은 날 look in my eyes yeah. 내가 그린 기린 그림 속에서 뭐야 창밖을 봐 문을 열어 바로 지금 yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I'm a little surprised that this song actually made it on this list where it is. I originally, like, obviously you saw my first reaction. I said that this song was 127 title track. And it is. It's just kind of giving exactly what they would give you. But I wasn't like over the moon impressed by this song. I just found it to be fun. And it was still like that. And then I guess I caught myself playing it more often when I kept listening to the album. And I was like, wait, the song kind of hits though. So after a while, I actually really liked it. It's still not my favorite 127 title track, but it is definitely a fun song to like just sing along with. The chorus is hella catchy, and then by the end of the song, I just think like it just kind of gets you so fired up that you can't help but just like move to it and then like na along with them, you know? Also, Jan was just looking so good in this video. I just had to put that out there as well. That also just helped. All right, you guys, in our 17th spot, we have
이듬해질녘 꽃 피는 봄 한여름밤의 꿈 가을타 겨울 내리는 1년에 번 또다시 봄 정들었던 내 젊은 날 이제는 안녕 아름답던 우리의 봄 여름 가을 겨울
I am not the least bit surprised to find this song as one of my favorites. And this song came out in April, I think. I only just got into Big Bang we're in the new year now, in 2022. And I just enjoyed pretty much all the things that I was hearing from Big Bang. And then I happened to be getting into them right when they were about to do like a little comeback. And the song was just so, it was wild because I felt like connected to it. But I was a new fan, and I knew that song really meant a lot for people who had been fans for years and years and years. And it's still, I could still feel what they were trying to convey, even as a new fan. And I think the way the song was just so different from what I had been listening to from them that it was just so well done. I loved the throwback to like what I thought maybe they were trying to hit was like the Beatles. And that was the vibe that I got from me. I think they all just really knocked that song out of the park. I loved everything about it. Top's rap, Taeyong singing in that song was just so fire. Daesung and G-Dragon absolutely murdered it. The song is absolutely madness. And even Treasure's redo of it or cover of it is absolutely excellent as well. So this song for me was an ace. All right, we're moving right along into spot number 16. What can I say? Anybody that watches my NCT reactions, you guys know how I feel about this man. And the song, he just is just everything. I think his voice is just something special, something super special. It's something super essential for NCT. And even NCT 127, I just feel like his tone is just so, it's just gorgeous. And for him to have his own song, and this song was just like, I don't know, it felt very Jaehyun actually. Like this, if there was a song that he was supposed to release, aside from the one he did in the concert that we were all really hoping for, this is the type of song I feel like I would have expected him to make as well. It just has like a Jaehyun vibe to it. And I don't know how else to explain that, but if you know, you know, I guess. The song in spot number 15 is...
Can you see
this was exciting for me because I really, really, really liked Anti-Fragile. And when I heard the actual album, this is the song that stuck out to me the most. Impurities was just so up my alley as far as like R&B. Their voices on it sounded so great. It reminded me a lot of Sour Grapes, which was on their first mini album. The song was kind of giving like early 2000s, late 90s type of vibe. It was just so smooth. I think they really, as far as the B-side goes, I'm so glad they made a music video for it, because it was one of those songs that I was, you know, wishing it would be a title track, but it's not necessarily their typical title track, so I get it. But I liked the song so much that I just wanted to see something visual with it. And they gave it to us, even though it was more like a performance video. But this song was still just absolutely beautiful. I think Chaewon as well has one of my favorite voices in that group. So yeah, LE SSERAFIM is another group that I'm like really paying attention to. I can't wait to see what they do next. They have a really intriguing concept, I guess. But yeah, they're fire. All right, you guys, we have number 14. This song is so badass to me. I feel like ATEEZ, I don't know what's going on this year actually, because Gorilla, Paradigm, and Halazia all ended up on this list. And I think Gorilla was there until things happened, and then it got pushed back a little bit. But they're all basically very close together. Halazia basically made it to this list, and that song just came out like days ago. ATEEZ just makes like music that you just don't hear. Like, they're in their own lane, and I think there's just something to appreciate about that, because it never sounds like nothing. And this song was something that just really blew me away. When I first heard it, I knew I was in love with it, and I just love the melodies that they went through in that song. Vocally, they're always killing it. I never am disappointed with that. And Jungkook's like freaking notes that he's belting out all the time sounds absolutely incredible. And Paradigm was no different. I love that song so much. Moving right along into number 13.
I can go 아파도 너일 거야 내가 선택을 love like virus 1분도 1초도 너를 떠나 숨 쉴 수 없어 love like virus 나의 all day 남은 모든 미래 다 너를 위해 쓸 거야.
This is another song that came out later in the year that ended up being one of my favorite songs of the year. And that, I feel like, says a lot, because, you know, sometimes when a song comes out earlier in the year, you have a long time to like kind of chill with that song and like play it and play it and play it. The song comes out later in the year and it wows you to the point where it's on a list like this, like, you know, the song is great. I feel like Hanse never disappoints, and somehow I always forget that he's about to tear it up when he comes in the second verse, and he did exactly that here. The chorus of this song is so good. It's so well done. I also love how they bring it in from that Beautiful Nightmare like voice distortion part. It's just so well done, and I love the high notes, and the ending of the song is also a bit different from what you would expect it to be. Just the whole package is just so great. All right, you guys, we're on to number 12.
You let my spirit free 허락해 날 마음대로 너를 조각해도 너 밤이 다 알아 너 두려움을 던져 we be mine 이 두근거림도 모두 달 뜯어서 스카이에 의미 없질러지만 지금 너와 나의 길수.
Only One Of, my second favorite group in K-pop, and this concept is so gay, and I absolutely love it. They're committing like so hard to this, and they're pulling it off extremely well. I'm here for the representation, I'm here for the music videos, like the storylines are just absolutely beautiful, beautifully told. And Junji's particular song, because if you did not know, all the members have their own personal solos, and they're all kind of semi-connected in some random ways, but Junji's particular solo is the one that I think I enjoyed the most. The R&B is just my jam, I guess. His voice on this song, the song itself is just so like, I don't know, like bouncy. It's just so good. I can't praise this song enough, and I just think that Only One Up is headed in the perfect direction, in their own direction, and I am just so excited to see what the future holds for them. But Junji, absolutely, congratulations. It's absolutely adorable, and I really hope that people pay attention to them more. I hope they gain more success, and if you have not been aware of this group, if you are watching this for the first time or something like that, go check them out. They're absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing, and they deserve to be seen. In number 11, we have
No reason 어디든 Just go for me 걸음이 느려진 대도 멀리 봄이 계속 지금 이대로 다 주고 싶어 상처를 안고 또 다시 한 번 더 Me like you did 처음 본 순간부터 내게 Cause you're my love for me baby 숨길 수 없어 난 내게 Cause you're my love for me baby
There was no chance that this song was not going to be one of my favorites of the year. This song absolutely blew me away. Monsta X just kind of knocked this one so far out of the park. Like, I didn't expect them to release a song like this, and this like 90s No Diggity sample that was happening in this song was just so well placed. Juhani killed the production on this. And just the whole way the song was constructed was just so well done, so different. The pre-chorus, the rap, like all of it was just so well done. I can't praise it enough. I don't know what else to say. Like, if you've heard the song, then you understand the greatness of it. All right, guys, we've hit the top 10. We finally made it. So on to our 10th spot.
우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제 I'm feeling so hot. 노래 버리 like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 drop it like.
One of my favorite 17 title tracks. I have been waiting for them to give me this type of song for the longest. And I got into 17 prior to me starting my channel. So I was hoping that they were going to do something that was a bit more hard, a bit more, not necessarily dark or anything like that, but more like badass. They have been hitting us with a lot of like lighthearted kind of songs or rock type of songs, and I wanted something that was just really gonna kind of like hit everybody in the face, and Hot was it. Like, Hot blew me away. That was exactly what I wanted from them, and the song was just so good. They all looked absolutely incredible. I absolutely lost my mind during that video. If you've seen it, the song is just amazing. If you've seen the music video, Minghao's nipples. That's all I have to say, is Minghao's nipples. Next up, we have song number 9.
Are you ready for it? Yeah, we came in a bar. Turning up the party. 확 드러내만 자. So you ready for it? Can't stop. I like that. Just stop out. Yeah, we go it. Can't stop. I like that. Just stop out.
So I actually have Spotify to thank for checking this song out, because it happened to be one of the ones listed in like I guess that section where it's like recommended songs, and I just saw the title of the song and I was like, I'm intrigued, let me listen to this. And I actually listened to it for the first time, and I wasn't sure what I thought, but I looked up the music video, and which was more like a performance video to me, and for some reason I just really like the song. It's a shark concept, which is very bizarre. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Also, the dance practice also sold me on the song. The song is so good. It's just like one of the songs you put on and if you want to work out, perfect song for that. It's like a pump you up type song. The vocalist, I don't remember his name, but he's hitting the notes in the end of the song, and it's just like incredible. It's so good. There's also a guy with like green hair who's an incredible dancer. I think his name starts with an M, and I don't remember it completely. But he's an absolute fantastic dancer. But it's made me want to get to know this group a little bit more. I have heard more of their music, but this is definitely a song that stuck with me, and I found myself replaying it and putting it on different playlists all the time. So great song for me. Moving right along into number 8.
나를 깨워 call you, oh you 놀라긴 일러 baby let it loose, let it loose 하나씩 보여줄게 새로워진 내 모습 완전히 달라졌어 brand new, brand new.
This song I knew would be in my top 10. I just knew it. I knew it the first moment I heard it. I just knew. The song feels like I may or may not have said this in my reaction video to this song, but it gives me that song My Boo vibes from Ghost Town DJs, I think is the name of the group. There's some similarities in the melody for that song and this song, and I think that's why I love this song so much, because that song's so great, and I feel like a lot of people end up sampling that song in some ways with the chords. But Schumann came out like guns blazing. The way this song begins, first of all, is just kind of like, what am I listening to? That sample is so like wild. I don't even know where that comes from. But for me, I know some people didn't really vibe necessarily with this song. But for me, this song was a whole bop. I also just love being able to hear Schumann like flex his vocals on his own song. This was like his first mini album debut, right? As a soloist. And so it was just great to actually be able to hear him, you know what I mean? And I think he sounded absolutely great, which is no surprise. He's in EXO. And I mean, everyone in that group can sing. All right, moving on to number 7.
Don't forget when you're a child. 시간이 흘러도 let it stay.
Yet another song that I heard late in the year last year that ended up on this list and so far up this list as well. This song really is so beautiful. So beautiful. I think the lyrics of this song are also just so relatable. And what it's talking about is just so beautiful. Like, I don't have another word to describe it aside from that. I think the music video is shot so well. It's just so different. The way that Woo-sung is singing on it, honestly, all of them are singing on it, but Woo-sung specifically, because this was kind of my first taste of his voice. This song and like 3 other songs I checked out. But this song in particular just really wowed me. It's just so gorgeous. The music video, the song. I just love what it stands for. I love what they're trying to say with it. And it's funny because like I'm not necessarily a ballad person. I don't know if you would call this a ballad, but I'm pretty sure you would. So I wouldn't say I frequent listen to this song all the time, but when I do, or when it comes on, I don't skip it because I just love hearing it. It's just so great. And I wish the Rose the best, honestly, because I'm currently getting into them and I'm loving what I'm hearing. So yeah, I don't regret checking them out at all. On to spot number 6.
똑같은 것들 you replay. What you know about it? What you know about face 보여줘 가면서 on the skin. 잘못된 것들의 replay. Don't you know about it? Don't you know about face 보여줘 가면서 on the skin.
Of course, we have only one of. Are we surprised? Maybe if you didn't know that this is like my second favorite group in K-pop, but I am not at all shocked to find them on my list. This is their comeback from January of 2022, and I still love this song to today. This song is, while I know this is not a lot of people's cup of tea because the sound is just so like, it's a lot. It honestly is a lot. But for me, I love it. I love the way this song goes through that like really aggressive beat to such a like mellowed out pre-chorus and then back into that aggressive beat. Obviously the choreo is always amazing. The storyline they're telling is always amazing. very sexy, very just kind of like in your face and bold, which is what I love about them so much. And they all just sound like absolute angels. I mean, what else is there to say? Hey, we're at the top 5. Who's it gonna be? Let's move on to number 5 then.
I just want you from my phone right now. I just wanna hear your line. 'Cause I know what you like, boy. You're mine. Can't make you like, boy. 내 지난 날들은 눈 뜨면 있는 cool. Hi, boy, 너만 원해. Hi, boy, 내가 전해.
Look at New Jeans making it to the top 5 of this list. You know, I'm really impressed by them. And I feel like I say that on every New Jeans video that I've done, that I just am very impressed that they've been able to like do so well. And they're not even like 6 months old. And this song is so damn good. Like I don't even know what else to say about it, because it just speaks for itself. For them being so young, their vocals are so, like, I wouldn't say mature, but it's so stable. Is that the word I want to say? I'm not really sure. It just, their tones are also so great. They sound so great together. Not only that, but there's just something nostalgic about New Jeans and their music that maybe hits to a lot of different people, a lot of different kinds of people as well. So I think for me, that's why Hype Boy is just that song for me. Here we have our number 4 pick. I can already see the comments now. Listen, okay, listen. No matter what you saw in my original reaction to this song, which was absolute confusion and utter disbelief that this was a full song, this song really grew on me. Really grew on me, to the point where I kind of fell in love with the song. And I don't know how else to explain it. I know there's some people that really can't stand this song, really can't stand NMIXX's concept in general. But for me, I'm like super on board with what they're giving us, because it's different, and I love different. I love that they're kind of ambitious with that and trying to do something that's just not so typical. Whether or not they're doing it right is subjective. So I mean, for me, I love it. I think this song is just so fun. It's just so interesting. I love the changes. While I wasn't sure how I felt about it initially, I think the music video kind of does the song like injustice, because of that pause in between that switch up. Because for me, without the music video, the song is great. But this song really took a liking to. I took a liking to the song the more I heard it. But I know that people really dislike this, but it's okay. That's fine. We can all have different tastes. But this is definitely a banger for me. All right, we've hit the top 3. Let's move on to number 3.
You got me looking for attention. You got me looking for attention. 깎이는 것만 헷갈리지만 분명히 you got me looking for attention.
And here we have New Jeans again in the number 3 spot with Attention. And I mean, it's the same thing I said with Hype Boy, but Attention, on the other hand, I was kind of going back and forth between which one I liked better, Hype Boy or Attention, and I really could not figure it out. Ultimately, Hype Boy ended up in number 5, Attention a little bit higher. Attention, I think for me, because it was the very first song I heard from New Jeans, I just got so taken aback by the sound of this song. I think the melody is just so pretty, so beautiful to listen to. And it's so catchy that it's just such a fun song to sing. And the music video also just helps that song. And short and sweet. The song is awesome. Next up, we have the second spot.
Run in the Ferrari, 너에게 falling. 빠져들어가, 심장이 너란 고통에 깊이 중독돼가네. 쉬지 않고 헤매는 걸음, 잃어버린 너를 찾고 있어. 어둠 속에 I'm running, nothing can stop me.
I think I may have said somewhere that this song might be my favorite song of the year. And that was true for maybe a day, until I heard my number one spot. But this song, honestly, is one of the best songs I've heard this year. Sorry, last year. I keep forgetting that we have now passed into 2023. The vocals on this track, Hyunsuk, I think he's probably my favorite part of that song. His voice is just so like husky. Is that the word? I don't know. I don't know how to describe his voice, but there's some type of like, it's breathy, but also very like low baritone-ish. BX's rap, the way he comes in, I think that's my only fault of this song. I wish BX's rap was like another like verse longer. That would have made this song absolutely perfect. But this song is just so good. I don't know what else to say about it other than the same thing I've been repeating about every other song. This song is absolutely amazing. One of my favorite songs of last year. Seriously, just what else do I say? The music video as well is absolutely gorgeous. Like and it doesn't even do that much. It's very simple. I think it's just the way that it's shot. The way everybody looks is just so good. CIX, yeah, they really deserve to be where they are on this list. All right, y'all. Have you waited for a song that you haven't seen on this list yet? Is it gonna be number one? We don't know, but let's find out. Our number one is
점점 깊어지는 어둠 like the all 나를 삼킨 것 끝이 없는 곳 결코 완전할 수 없는 space 너를 마주해 like it's so ironic yeah 무너져 내리기 전에 get over it Don't like the old yeah 너를 마주해 like 어둠 like the all 나를 삼킨 것 끝이 없는 곳 나의 내 맘까지 노려보네 yeah yeah
This is no surprise to me whatsoever. I knew the moment I heard this song that I loved it. The moment it started, I was like, oh, I already like this song. You can go back to my reaction. I'm pretty positive I said that. This is the best song I've heard in 2022. The best. This song is so effing great. The R&B-ness of this song is exactly what I love. I had only just gotten into Very Very last year as well. And they became one of my most listened to groups. Actually, my most listened to group, according to Spotify. The group and one of their songs was at the top of my list. They made such an impact on me last year. I absolutely love this group so much. And this song is, while it tackles some very dark subject matter, the song is just so, it's so good. I never get tired of this song. Ever. It's just absolutely amazing. If you have not heard this song, go listen to it. It's so good. If you don't know Very Very, get into them. They're so good. They need it. They love it. We love it. They're awesome. Well, you guys, that wraps up the top 22 of 2022. Hope you enjoyed that section. It was a slight nightmare trying to put that list together, but I'm glad I was able to do it. But I will not be doing the same thing for the B-sides. The B-sides are just gonna roll through. I'm not gonna be talking through it or anything like that because time. So this will be the top 12 B-sides that I heard in 2022, featuring 3 honorable mentions that unfortunately did not make the list. But let's go ahead and get into those.
Bye bye. 너 때문에 휘둘렸던 시간 okay. 난 두 번 말해.
바라만 봐도 기분이 좋아져 네가 웃을 때 세상이 밝아져 Girl you are so beautiful more than you ever know 자꾸 네가 내려 날 들려 속 터지며 나를 맘을 열어줘 내게 이제는 솔직히 말할게 Want to be a lover 너 나의 온도는 달라 I've been upping 내게는 nothing 계속 바꿔들면 그게 터지 It's bubbling 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 oh We pump 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 We pump
I wanna take you to the basics. I wanna 서두르지 마, babe. 뻔해 말해 뭐해 다 됐네.
Slide, with that slide, no problems. Good life, with that slide, no problems. Good life.
Although it's so bad, oh baby, it's perfect. Although it's so bad, that's satisfaction. Although it's so bad, oh baby, it's perfect. Although it's so bad.
너만 있음 필요 없어. 금. 1월 화수목 금. 다 줄게 내 금. Flex보다 너에게 줄 금. 올려볼 금. Alright. Oh, let's go right. Oh, let's go right. Oh, let's go right. Two girls summer night. Summer night. 이니까 for sure. 자 눈을 감아봐. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I love you. 따라라라라리. 널 보고 있음 음악이 baby. 너를 위한 멜로디 yeah. 네가 뮤즈니까 잘 들어봐 play it. 따라라라라리. 누래 너만 담아. Let's go to another day.
So much great music in 2022. It was a great year, honestly. I'm anxious to know your guys' thoughts of what you guys had as your top picks for B-sides or music videos or title tracks, whichever. Top 5, top whatever you have, maybe. Yeah, 2022 was great. And I'm sure 2023 is going to be just as amazing. It's already off to a great start. So yeah, I'm excited to check out more. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here, you guys. If you liked the video, leave a like and a comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if that's your thing, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.